Hey, what's up guys, it's Renaldo here. So this video is going to focus on ActionSA and Herman Mashaba. Now Herman Mashaba is the leader of ActionSA and has gone from somebody that you could reasonably say was a good individual that had good intentions, and over the last 3 to 4 years have just completely lost the plot. And he's taken ActionSA with him. ActionSA started as a stepchild of the DA, if you will. It was disgruntled people within the DA that decided they're going to leave and start their own party because the DA didn't espouse true liberalism. Now, it's weird saying that because ActionSA is so far removed from true liberalism, it isn't even funny. If you had to look at the things that Herman Mashaba is saying in the public on X, you would swear that you're listening to a cross between EFF, radicals in the ANC, and Mkhonto weSizwe. It is absolutely absurd. Now, I've made a video on Herman Mashaba before and the outlandish tweets that he's posted, and you can go and check the video out over here. But I'll just give you a brief refresher course if you want, just to understand what I'm saying here. So here Herman Mashaba is saying, just imagine a descendant of the most brutal and savage system trying to teach me about morality. Oh, please. So what he's saying here is, if you are born into a white skin, then you're not allowed to have an opinion because your great-great-great-great-grandfather could have done something terrible, and now because you are white, you don't have an opinion because you are a descendant of the most brutal and savage system. Now, how is that not racist? How is that not stereotyping? In actual fact, that is the dictionary's definition of being a racist. It's when you take an individual, you apply the skills and the traits of the grouping of people, and you apply it to everybody. So that is exactly what Herman Mashaba is doing here. A white person can't have an opinion because they have fathers or grandfathers or mothers or grandmothers that benefited from apartheid, or according to him caused that system, and therefore nobody is allowed to have an opinion if you're white. This definition of racism right here. Another one, of course, says, fellow South Africans, see how racists are so determined and desperate to get us to apologize to them by not listening to them. They are finding it difficult to be challenged by a black person for their evil dark past. They are tormented by their guilt. This was in response to ActionSA saying that there won't be a VAT increase, and then ultimately it wasn't because of them that the VAT didn't increase. If it was up to them alone and not the DA and EFF's court case, then we would have had a VAT increase. But Yeri is in essence saying that, all white people don't like it when a black person speaks to them with some authority. Once again, insane statement, being very stereotypical and blatantly racist here. But this is in the past, and let's focus on something that happened literally yesterday that was said by Herman Mashaba. So here is the individual Jordan Griffiths. Now, read this with me and tell me if this offends you. Tshwane is in the worst state of decline I have seen. The past week I have gathered 18 articles on service delivery failings. Water, electricity, sewage, potholes, cable theft, exhausted, tired residents. Just putting this together was tiring. All from the last 7 days. And then he provides receipts. He talks about sewage issues, and he gives the article. The city blaming residents for sewage issues in other areas. There's the article right there. Persistent power outages in the Moot. Potholes all over Equestria. AfriForum fixing potholes in Centurion. Power outages in the north going unattended. Waste contractors not delivering. Vescopy's power cut. Service delivery decline in Centurion. Private security firms combating cable theft due to inaction from Metro. Residents pleading for road repairs. Rolling blackouts in Soshanguve. Sorry if I butchered that. Power outages, crippling traffic flow. A Bronkhorstspruit water plant shut down. Residents fed up with service delivery. water crisis as stolen meters don't get replaced, cable theft crippling communities. It just goes on and on. Residents being charged for waste services they don't use. They just refilled Hillcrest swimming pool without any maintenance. This is an Olympic training level pool. Wow. So it goes on and on. And let's be real, this is somebody that just says, I'm so gutful and tired of me having to pay rates and taxes and not getting what I paid for. There's nothing insulting in that message. Everything is based on facts, and he provides the receipts. So how does Herman Mashaba, whose party is in government in Tshwane, like literally having the mayorship position and some other critical positions in the city. So how does the leader of the political party in charge in Tshwane respond to a resident saying that they are gutful of using their hard-earned money to pay for services that's not being delivered? Well, this is how Herman Mashaba responds. My 2 cents advice: take up Donald Trump's offer so as to have permanent peace. That's right. This is what the leader of a political party that is in government in Tshwane with the mayorship and other critical positions, that is his response to this resident that didn't attack him, didn't insult him, didn't attack ActionSA, didn't attack anybody, just said they gutful. And this is the response. So do you see the pattern here? Whenever a white person has something to say, whether it is critical or not, towards ActionSA and Herman Mashaba, he always has the same comeback of either shut up, you are a beneficiary of an oppressive system, or shut up, go to the United States, take up the refugee offer, or shut up, you hate it when a black man tells you what to do. This is the leader of ActionSA. Now, if you voted for ActionSA, really? Do you regret your vote? I definitely would, because ActionSA portrays themselves as this multicultural party, but their leader is consistently attacking people for being white. There's no other way to describe it. Herman Mashaba has got a massive issue with white people. He consistently shows it over and over again from his own profile. This isn't other people making assumptions or making statements on his behalf. This is him saying these things. Now, how do you respond to somebody like this when you are a resident and you've got concerns? You give all of the facts, and in response, the leader of that political party tells you to move overseas if you're not happy here. I mean, this is the level of absurdity. This is the level of racism that people like Herman Mashaba gets away with, because no mainstream media outlet has reported on how blatantly racist Herman Mashaba is towards people purely because of the color of their skin. In actual fact, there's nothing being said about Herman Mashaba, even from people within his own political organization. And there is one person that I'm bitterly disappointed by: Athol Trollip. Athol Trollip knows this happens. Athol Trollip stepped down from his role in the DA after the elections didn't go the way the DA wanted and Musi Maimane didn't perform as a leader. He did the principled thing and he stepped down from the DA. Yet, here he is as a member of parliament for ActionSA, and he is not condemning what Herman Mashaba is saying. He's not calling out this blatant racism. And I feel that someone that I've had a lot of respect for, and I still have a lot of respect for, it blows my mind that somebody that used to consistently talk about you should never ever discriminate against somebody based on the color of their skin, and you must always lead a principled life, and for the vast majority of his political career has led by example. And now he's allowing Herman Mashaba to taint his reputation like this by not saying anything against this blatant racism. Look, I mean, I'm not going to speak for Michael Beaumont. I mean, that guy literally is just living on a paycheck. Like, he's got no skills outside of politics, so he will literally lick any ass to ensure that he gets paid a salary, because outside of politics, there is no career for Michael Beaumont. So not going to worry about him. He is a jaarbroer for Herman Mashaba, for ActionSA. He'll probably be a jaarbroer for Julius Malema and for any other political party that's willing to pay him. But Athol Trollip, it's very disappointing that you can't call out blatant racism. I know that the old Athol Trollip would have done something if this happened in the DA. But the fact that you are so quiet with blatant racism is what blows my mind. And I really want people to start talking about this. Force mainstream media to start reporting on this. This is surely worthy of a story. I mean, News 24, you recently just doxed a random X profile that you said had massive influence in South Africa. Yet here's Herman Mashaba, who is the leader of a political party and who is currently the party that leads in Tshwane, who has the mayor there and has critical positions across South Africa. How is this not newsworthy? How is Herman Mashaba treating white people like absolute trash not newsworthy? How is him being a racist not newsworthy? And hateful towards white people and stereotyping white people? How is that not newsworthy? This is why I just can't fathom how South Africa sometimes works. Because we are supposed to have the protectors, the media, other people in political parties that call this out, and yet nobody is doing anything of the sorts. Now, please tell me, if you were a resident, you spent a lot of time compiling issues of your city, and then you post this to the leader of a political party, which this guy didn't even did. He just posted it innocently on X. But let's say you posted for people to see, and then the response from a political party leader is, shame, shut up, man, just move overseas. Let's save you some time. If you're not happy with living in South Africa, even though you pay rates and taxes and then also income tax and VAT and all of these things, like, we owe you nothing is pretty much what Herman Mashaba is saying here. It's absolutely insane. Call it out, South Africa. Start calling these individuals out and start asking for mainstream media to report on actual news and not things that will just get them clicks for rage bait. I mean, it's absurd. Herman Mashaba, truly, you are an embarrassment. You are, in actual fact, exactly what you despise, which is acting like the National Party government. That is exactly what you are doing. You remember how they used to stereotype, belittle, and insult and attack black people. You're doing exactly the same thing towards white people. And the sickening part is you are doing it towards white people that had nothing to do with apartheid. Shame on you. And that's pretty much all I got to say. Please be sure to smash that like button. Please be sure to subscribe. Please be sure to share this video far and wide. Use this. Share it on WhatsApp. Share it on your social media. Let the word get out about Herman Mashaba and ActionSA so that their voters can wake up. And if their voters still want to stand with a man that literally discriminates against people purely because of the color of his skin, then it shows their character. And it shows the character of the political party. But asking leaders within ActionSA to speak out, that's definitely not going to happen. Anyway, lastly, if you enjoy my content and you'd like to support this channel, then please consider becoming a member. You can do so by clicking the join button below. And that is literally all I've got to say. Till later, cheers and peace out.
You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say, I wear my massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say, I wear my massacre. I wear my massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say, I wear my massacre. I wear my massacre.